Hi guys, I just wanted to do a quick video today talking about how to deal with price and cost objections. I know this is a huge thing when you first get started, and trust me, it does get easier, it does get better, but I wanted to give you guys a few practical tips right off the bat to how to deal with this, okay? So, and towards the end I'll do a little bit of scripts, so you may want to have some paper and pen so you can write down the things I'm saying. Okay, so first of all, the first thing you can do about cost objections is try to prevent them entirely by believing in the product and the price. Okay, so you all paid for this product because you believe it's worth the money. Why did you believe it was worth the money? Because you were ready to invest in your own health, because you saw the value in the things that we were telling you about. For whatever reason. Maybe even write those reasons down for yourself so you can remember. And then think to yourself, okay, well, I continue to drink Shakeology. Why is that? What do I believe? Does it give me energy? Does it help cravings? Your personal story is going to be more powerful than anything else. So, and when you have that in the back of your mind, when you invite people, you project that confidence and that belief, it comes across much better. If you're thinking, well, gosh, I don't know how much money they have, and this feels like a lot of money to ask from someone, and it's very expensive. It's so expensive, so expensive. If you're thinking that in the back of your mind and you're feeling hesitant to ask them to spend money on it, then they're going to feel that, and you're going to get the objection you think you're going to get. So it sounds like crazy, but it's true. So put that confidence out there. You have to believe 100% in your heart of hearts that it's worth it, and you do because you're doing it yourself. Okay, so that's the first thing. Believe, 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 and if you don't, then you got to figure out a way to believe. So look at the stories of everybody in this group. I can tell you about some of my challengers. I tell my own story and that of my challengers to people all the time. Okay, stories are really impactful. So the second thing you can do is you can head off objections at the past by adding value and building value, okay? So what that means is when you're doing your posts on your Facebook page, you're constantly, everything you do on there is actually helping you ward off a cost objection, right? So when you post something meaningful about how you've lost weight and kept it off, people are taking note. When you post about your energy, about your things you can do, about lack of cravings, anything, even if you don't talk about Shakeology, you're building a story and people look and they say, that girl, she is healthy, she is fit, she is so much energy, how is she doing that with that little baby? It's incredible. Here I am with my little baby and I'm exhausted and I feel like I can't stop eating sugar and I can't lose my baby weight. So everything you're doing is you're building your story so that they're like, this girl, I know her, she's a real person and she's doing this. How is she doing it? Okay. And the more they're asking, how are you doing it? The more they want and the more they believe that whatever you're doing is worth it because they can see that it works. Okay. So build value every day. Now don't hit people over the head with Shakeology this, Shakeology that. Build that story in a subtle way. Be a fun, energetic person who's fit and who's sharing that with people and have them wonder. Don't give it all away right away. Have them be dying for you to tell them what you're doing, okay? Get that excitement in them. Then when you start messaging someone, so they've posted or responded to one of your invites or you message them and you're talking, when you get to that point with them and they say, okay, great, tell me what you're doing and how much it costs. Don't tell them how much it costs, okay? Because again, you know, they can go to Amazon and find out how much it costs, okay? That's not what you're selling. You're not selling a product. You're selling yourself as their coach, and you got to be their coach first. So what do? You say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're interested. I would love to have you. You would really like this. Can you tell me a little bit about your current health and fitness goals? Okay, because what you're doing is you are setting the stage as their coach who cares about them because that adds value. As you add value to people, then they trust you. Then they believe that what you have works. Then they believe that they're getting more than just a product, but they're getting your support and your care and concern. So what are your health and fitness goals? They write you back. Okay, great. How's your nutrition? If they didn't mention their nutrition. Okay, great. What type of workouts do you usually enjoy? Do you have any injuries? You can go back and forth like that. Or get them on the phone, even better. They can hear in your voice how much you care about all these things that they're telling you. So as you go through that process, every message and every care and concern that you do about their life, about their injury, about their nutrition is building that trust. The other thing it's doing is as they say, gosh, my energy is really bad. My nutrition's really bad. I'm snacking all the time, you know, whatever. As they type those things back to you or say them back to you, in the back of their mind, they're going, oh my gosh, like I didn't think about it, but like I have a lot of struggles that I need help with. So you're helping them remind themselves of why they need what you have, okay? And we know they need it, right? That's why we're doing this. But we're helping them to see that without us telling them that, right? By asking questions. So then you get to the point where, they're really excited. They know they need something. You say, here's the 21-day fix. Here's a video. They watch the video. Oh my gosh, it looks great. I really want to try this. And I can tell in the back of their mind, they're thinking, wow, she's this cool fit person. This is what she did. She has all this energy. I want that. I need it. I just reminded myself why I needed it in this conversation. She's a great coach. She's going to help me get it. So then they say, okay, now you got to tell them how much it costs. Well, then you list off all the valuable things that are in the program. So mention the nutrition guide, the portion containers, the shaker cup, the workouts, your coaching, the support of the challenge group. List that all off. And then you say, and it's only $140 on sale this month. So by that point, that's totally different than if someone says to you, hey, how much does 21-day fix cost? And you say, it's $140, I want to join my group. So you can see that when someone hears that, they're like, why am I paying $140 for some workouts? But if you build that value and you build that trust, okay, then you're much more likely to get a yes answer when you tell them how much it costs. So then after you build all that value and you say the $140, sometimes they still say it's too much money. That happens to me. That happens to everybody. It will happen less often if you do those steps I just said. So once they say they're not sure, you have a few different results that you can do. So the first thing is you can use the feel, felt, found response. So you say, I know how you feel. When I first heard about Shakeology, I felt the same way. I felt that it was way too expensive. But you know what I found? I found that I really wanted to feel better and I trusted my friend. So I gave it a try. And you know what? I have now found that I feel amazing. I have so much more energy. My cravings are gone. I've been able to stick to this longer than any other program. And I think that's because I've used Shakeology. What do you think? Do you want to give it a try? And I sometimes even say at the end there, you know what else? Remember, there's a money back guarantee. And I will check in with you personally within 3 weeks to make sure you like it, to help you get settled with it. If you don't like it and you don't want to continue to order it, I can help you cancel your order and there's no penalty at any time. Okay, and I always make a big deal of that, and I offer that service. I put a note on my computer every time someone orders from me to check in with them in 3 weeks and ask them how they like their Shakeology, and then if they are not going to continue or they need to postpone, I give them instructions to do that. So that makes them feel secure because they know this really nice person has shown all this interest in me. She's not going to abandon me with some CD of the month club type of thing coming forever. She's going to help me cancel if I don't like it. What do I have to lose? And I even say to them sometimes, what do you have to lose? So using the feel, felt, found, and put in your own things that you felt and found about Shakeology and tell your own story, whatever you found and why you continue to drink it. Another great one for that is, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I felt it was too expensive, but then I looked at my budget and I realized that this is replacing a meal, so it's actually lowering my food budget because I can stop. I don't have to buy ingredients for one more meal, or I don't have to buy that lunch in the cafeteria. And I found that this way I can have a healthy alternative and I'm not spending any more money when it comes down to it. What do you think? So that's another way that you can kind of get people, because most people aren't really looking at their budget actually. So when you say that, they're kind of like, oh, I guess I said it's too expensive, but I don't really know how much I spend on food in a month anyway. So that kind of gets them to think about it. And even after all that, they may still not be ready, and that's okay. Not everyone's ready to invest in their own health in this way at that moment. They might be ready to invest in their health in the future, but right now that's not their priority. And that's okay. We're all different, right? So I don't get mad about that. If they're not ready, I say that's no problem. I offer to let them know when I have a free group in the future, because a lot of times that's another way I can build value for them. Or sometimes I say, if you want, you can start with just trying the program, which is a little bit less expensive, and see how you like it and go from there. So you have a couple of different options. The third thing you can do is you can actually say, hey, if it would help, I can tell you about a way to save some money on your Shakeology, and then you can talk about the discount coach option or even becoming a coach and getting their Shakeology paid for with a few friends joining. So you have a lot of options down there, but I wanted to be sure you guys kind of knew about how to build the value from the beginning, and then the feel, felt, found response, and then those options at the end. So I know it's a long video. I'll try to post some of the details below as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.